Good morning, DSMS.
Good morning, DSMS.
Fun.
Good morning, Desert Shadows.
Hey DSMS, today is November 22nd. I'm Ruby.
And I am Fib, and you are watching DSMS TV News.
We have Lunch Bunch in Mrs. Bowers' room.
Now to an over-the-edge interview with Mr. Nuna and Mr. Hartzell.
What was your experience going down a 27-story building?
It was quite scary. We had a good time. We kind of nervously joked around, and then the hardest part was that first kind of getting over the edge, backing up into it.
Yeah, I mean, it was terrifying. I told them that when we got to the bottom, they asked how it was, and I said it was scary. And like when you're up there, they have this rope, and like it's 300 or like 400 feet of rope, so the rope's really heavy, and like initially it's like pulling you back over the edge, and like the guy came over and he's like, "Oh, sorry, let me pull that off your shoulder." I was like, "Yeah, it's been pulling me back off the edge like I'm hanging off a railing kind of thing." So it was a lot.
Would it be something that you want to do again, or?
I mean, I'd definitely do it again. I don't know.
I don't need to.
I don't need to do it again.
But I would. It was fun.
Yeah, it was a good experience.
How did you feel as you were going down?
That I just wanted to get down.
Wanted to be at the bottom.
And the bottom didn't seem to get closer. It took like 10 minutes to get all the way down, so I don't know, it's almost seemed faster than 10 minutes, honestly, like going down. Like I feel like there's just a lot of adrenaline and stuff, so you didn't really think it took 10 minutes, but it took 10 minutes to get down.
Yeah, I feel like if I did it again, I would take more time to enjoy the scenery around me, because you had all of South Mountain behind you, and you could see the reflection in the glass. I feel like I didn't take enough time to breathe. I was just too stressed and holding on to the rope.
Yeah.
When I didn't really need to. I could just be free. And so I feel like if I did it again,
I definitely feel like it's one of those things you had to do a couple times to enjoy what you were doing without being stressed out and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Great, thank you.
We're back.
Now to me with the birthdays. Hey, it's Ruby and Aubrey with the birthdays. The birthdays today are Michaela Connor, Reed Garba, and Jeremy King.
The birthdays over the break are Roman Kiersak, Chloe Nicodemus, Jet Livingston, Sayla Barton, Caleb Friedson, Dylan Kohlmeyer, and Kaya Stephens.
Now to Aubrey with the lunch.
Hey, it's Aubrey with the lunch. Today's lunch is a pepperoni pizza or sandwich pack. Now to Shreyas with this weather segment.
Hi, it's Shreyas with this weather segment. For sports, there is no track practice after school. I repeat, there is no track practice after school. Go home. Don't go to track practice. There's none. The weather is sunny with a high of 74 and a low of 44. Now back to the anchors. Have a great Thanksgiving.
We're back.
We are now going to name the winners for Sidewinder Bucks.
You go first.
Okay. Paige S. from Missy.
Jason Silva from Miss Clark.
Tiki Bruns from, I'm not sure which teacher.
Jackson Josephs from Mrs. Patel.
Sydney Tan from Miss Corbett.
Brenna Herman from some teacher.
Miss McDonald.
Miss McDonald.
Brianna Nelson from Miss McDonald.
Reagan Williams from Miss Groff.
Carson, what is it?
Blackburn.
Blackburn from Mr. Hartzell.
Jonathan Moses from one of the nurses.
Kaylee Proctor from Mrs. Bertel.
Joey Talbert from Mrs. Corbett.
Becca Nelson from Mrs. Ross.
Connell N.
Hannah
Kanile N.
from Brown. Jimena Z from Miss Sear.
Riley Ross from Miss McDonald.
Olivia Scarles from Mr. Noonan.
Madison Winther from Mrs. Coulter.
Riker Price from Mrs. Bell.
Nate Sandon
Sandon
from Miss Jobin.
and then Alexa F from Mrs. Ross.
That's all for today, DSM. Us have a technical Tuesday, a warm Wednesday, a theatrical Thursday, and a faithful Friday.
I'm very hungry. Give me the fish. Fish, 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 fish. No, I don't want that. Give me the chicken. Give me the chicken. No, I don't want that. No, I don't want that.